One night in Magnolia. I worked at a nursing home as a nurse assistant for a couple of years. I mostly work 11 at night until 7 in the morning, or it's called graveyard shift, as some people called it the night shift. It's a bit spooky working late at night, especially when you work with the crazies. What I meant is that I usually take care of mentally ill patients, mostly patients who have Alzheimer's disease. These patients were being taken care of in dementia unit called Magnolia. They can never leave that place for the rest of their lives. It is their home, and I'm one of their family. At night, these patients were restless, crying, scratching, repetitive physical movements, repetitive verbalization, screaming as if they're being tortured, wandering and so forth. It's complete chaos like hell during the night, and I'm like the devil in charge. And I hated working in that unit when I think of it like that. Sometime during my shift, I went to the storage room where the supplies and towels are kept. After this incident, I hated working late nights. On this particular night, I was the only one working in Magnolia. When I heard the whistling and whispering sound in the hallway right outside the storage room, it sounded really eerie. I went to the hallway to take a look and expecting to see one of my coworkers from other units, but there's absolutely no one there. I shrugged it off because I'm not easily spooked. The night was slow, so I drank a cup of coffee and ate some snacks back in Magnolia. Next thing I know, after I ate my snacks, was I heard a loud bang of the door. Kabang! I was in shock. I felt like my soul was frightened. I went back in the hallway to check it out. I walked past the laundry room and the washing machine started up. Okay, this is really getting creepy, I said to myself. The goosebumps I feel were starting to accumulate. I went into the laundry room and checked it out to see if there's somebody inside, but I found nobody. The machine was also empty. What the hell is happening? I asked myself. I turned off the machine and said to myself, fuck it. Let me just go back to my unit and wait until the shift is over. So I went back to Magnolia and drank another cup of coffee. It was blusterous in the unit. The patients were continuously screaming as if they were tortured, and that adds up the creep to it. As I did my rounds to check every patient, I saw the patient in room 206 sitting in his bed, murmuring, so I talked to him. Sir, are you okay? Do you need help for something? I politely asked. A te delecer principio mense materia spiritu ragione in senso, mentere in calici invincensila, sicom l'anima in la pupiulia, mentre sordirò, la terra il sole intercambio di amor parole. He continuously chanted. I didn't understand what he was saying, so I just let him be. I just told him to go back to sleep, for it's 3 o'clock in the morning already, and left the room. An hour later, the nursing supervisor came to check my unit. Hey Alvin, how are you? Is everything okay here? Asked by the supervisor. Hi Anita, I'm alright, I guess. Everything seems to be normal as usual, I responded. I didn't tell the supervisor about the poltergeist incident and the other creepy stuff that happened. She wouldn't believe me anyway. I did my hourly rounds again to check every patient. When I checked room 206, the patient was chanting a while ago was gone. I panicked. I checked the entire room and the entire unit, but I still didn't see him. I reported it to the nursing supervisor. Anita, we have a big problem. A patient in room 206 is missing. I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find him. He must have left the Magnolia unit. I told her in an absolute panic. What are you talking about? She asked in confusion. When I left the room in when I left the patient in room 206. The patient is sitting in bed an hour ago and now he's missing, I replied. The room 206 is vacant for almost a week already. Are you sure it's the room 206 you're talking about? The supervisor asked. As it turns out, the patient that I was talking to passed away a week ago due to complications of liver disease. I froze. My entire body broke out in goosebumps. My hair stood on end as I realized that I just talked to a ghost. And to add to the creep to it, the ghost was chanting a spell or a prayer in Latin language as I talked to him a while ago. I had no idea what it was about, but it scares the shit out of me. The sun is rising, but I still have to sit through the howling, wailing, and screaming of the patients until the end of the shift. It was the longest and creepiest night in nursing home I had ever experienced. I left the job after that and never came back.